So there's two cycles. There's the first cycle is the lytic replication cycle, and then we have lysogenic replication cycle. This is a matching activity. So here in the first cycle, the lytic replication cycle, there are 5 steps. The first one is the attachment of virus. The second one is when entry of DNA and RNA occurs. That's when the DNA of the virus gets injected, like you can tell in the image. And then the third one is the synthesis of protein. What that means is like when the proteins get replicated. So here we have the proteins, here is the drawing. The fourth one is assembly of components. That's when the proteins made inside come together, like this. The last one is when the virus is released, as you can tell in this picture. Then for the lysogenic, we're going to go back to the first one. So first is attachment of the virus, then entry of DNA and RNA, and then we go back to the lysogenic replication, which would be prophage, the first step. That's when the viral DNA is part of the genome. So as you can tell, this little red marker. Then we have the cell division. Here is when more prophage viruses are made, indirectly replicating the DNA, so they get divided, cell division. Then the last one for lysogenic replication is induction. So it could be anything for induction. Something like a drug can be reactivated and jump around. Stress can induct cold sores, for example, or other conditions. And then from induction, it goes back to synthesis. And then go assembly, release, and then it starts like replicating. So again, I'm gonna go quickly for the lysogenic. So attachment of virus, entry of DNA, RNA, prophage, cell division, induction, synthesis, assembly, release. So it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Is there any questions so far? Induction, and then it goes back to synthesis. So question, what causes induction? I said stress. So it could be anything like taking drugs or stress, something that just reactivates and jumps around. So for the first one, this is a drawing. What I will have you guys do, I'm going to mix them around and then ask you guys what image applies to the terms here. So I'm going to mix them around. So which one's this one? Synthesis. And then this one. Entry. Entry, that's when it enters. Assembly. Assembly. And then attachment. Okay. Without looking, what occurs first, attachment or assembly? Attachment. Okay. Because there's A's on the first letter for attachment, assembly, so just don't get those confused. So for the lysogenic, what step is the cell division? The second. Okay. What causes induction? Stress or anything? Yes. Yes. So I'll go ahead and make these terms, and then you guys tell me which one applies to the image. It's just it has tape, so it's kind of hard. Okay. So last step. Okay. That one's pretty easy. Assembly. First step. Attachment. Synthesis. Third step. Okay, it's pretty easy. It's just 2 cycles, and then just remember that on the lysogenic replication cycle, it goes attachment entry, and then it goes to prophage cell division induction, and then it goes back to synthesis, and then it starts going assembly, release, and then just repeats and repeats and repeats.
So how would we know to use lysogenic replication in a question?
Yeah.
If we were to ask it, how would we know when to use it? You know, or like when
It's always used.
it's always
It always occurs.
So you'll have to do for someone
Yes.
brought it out to
Yes.
just in case.
Yes. Well, I don't know how he's gonna word it on the exam, but for the prophage, just remember some cells divide and some cells divide. So cell division occurs. So that's why prophage is first, cell division is the second for lysogenic, and then induction. And remember, stress causes induction, or pretty much anything, like drugs. And then it goes back to synthesis. Is there any questions? You guys want to take a shit?